Hi everybody, my name's Sean Abley and I wanted to contribute my video to Dan Savage's It Gets Better project because I think it's really important. And I'm going to post this initially on my Gay of the Dead blog page on Fangoria.com because I think it's really important that the horror community get involved in this as well. So here's my story. I grew up in Helena, Montana, and I want to say at the outset, I love Helena, Montana, I love Montana, I love my home state to death. But you know, back when I was in high school in the 80s, it was a bit more conservative than it is now, let's say. And so my story is this. When I was a junior, I was at an arcade, ironically called Fun City. And these two students, fellow students, Brett Cooper and Tom Bird, and yes, I'm going to name you, beat me up there one night, calling me faggot. I wasn't necessarily out, but it was obviously no mystery that I was gay back in the day. And not only did they beat me up that night, but we shared a class. We shared a biology lab class that year. And a lab class, obviously, you're not just sitting in desks looking at the teacher, you know, and minding your own business. You're up and around, you're walking around, you can kind of do whatever you want. And they took that opportunity to make my life a living hell for that year. And it got to the point where I would watch the clock every day, literally watch the second hand go around and count down the seconds until I could get out of that class. And I told the teacher, Mr. Elliott, who I will also name, and he assured me that he understood what was going on and that he would do something about it. And then he did nothing. And so I spent the rest of that year being tormented. The next year, my senior year, in English class, guess who was sitting right next to me the entire year? Brett Cooper. So by the time I got out of high school, it was sort of like being released out of prison. But then I went to college and it got better. And now it's 20 plus years later and I have this great life. I'm married to a great guy. I live in Los Angeles now and I get to work in the film and TV industry and I get to write for Fangoria, which was my dream, you know, growing up. I mean, how great is that? So it does get better, and what you have to do is understand that if you cut your life short then, you know, when you're in high school, I guess now is what I would say, you're gonna miss it. You're gonna miss all that great stuff. So my advice would be, you know, I'm no expert, but I would say that, one, just know that when you can get out of high school and perhaps your small town or whatever, that you'll find people like you. And I think while you're there, keep your head down, but try to find people that are like you, because they're there. They are there, trust me. If I could, I mean, I can't tell you how many people came out of the closet from my one class at Capitol High School in Helena, Montana, you know, years down the road. And while you're there, come up with a plan. Think about what you want to do when you get out of high school, because it may seem like it's years and years away, but it'll be there sooner than you think. Trust me. The other thing I wanted to say is I really want to engage the horror community in this campaign. I have to be honest, sometimes I'm a little sad when these things come up about the GLBT community, and the horror community, while supportive, doesn't really participate. You know, you don't see the Facebook status updates that are supporting, you know, gay marriage, and you don't see them supporting Don't Ask, Don't Tell, or this bullying project. So I really want to challenge my readers at the Gay of the Dead blog to participate and to spread the word. Again, hang on, it gets better.